boy. Alright, hang on. This is a part 2. The reason I'm making the video is because this is probably the last section throw. Hang on a second. It's called a section throw. We're replacing this section. Or rather, we're remaking a splice rather. It's not a section throw. Usually a section throw is between manhole to manhole, like placing a new cable from manhole to manhole and doing it that way. So anyway, this is a old style copper work, and we're being put out of service. I mean, put out of business by the fiber splicing. So I'm considered a dinosaur. Most of the guys that work here are considered dinosaurs. So after 33 years, this might be my last throw. Put this one to the side. Do that one later. Wow, very faint. Let's see. There it is. Sometimes you gotta open this up. Ugh, sorry. Alright, that's it. Got there. Finish it out through here. Trying to make it nice and neat. I know it looks really messy, but it'll be neat at the end when all the old wires cut out and it's just a new splice. It'll be really nice. Put this here. Got the connectors. These are, oh, sorry. These are the pickup connectors. This, so like I said, this is a splice. I'm a splicer, and this is what we do. This is kind of tedious. Like the part that I enjoy is troubleshooting, finding the failure. That's a little more challenging. This is kind of monotonous, you know. Especially when you got to do thousands of wires one at a time like this. But at the end, when we're all done with the wire work, we're going to put it into a case similar to this one. This thing right here. So we'll have like these cables, more like this cable here, going into splicing. The splice will be inside this thing. It's pressurized and waterproof, so even if the manhole floods, it shouldn't leak into the gaskets. It's all airtight, so water should not get in there. It happens sometimes. People come down a hole and they step on these cases. They might move. The seals might break, so water seep in. So that's called a Siemens case. And then these things. This thing here is made out of lead. It's called a sleeve, and it gets wiped on. There's a better one right here. Bag out of the way. So this thing, so here and goes to this side. Ooh, this is ugly. Ooh, it's ugly. Anyway, this is where the process of putting this on. You put this on the cable. It's like it's split down the center. So you're gonna like put it over the splice like that, and then you seal it with some liquid solder. And the ends here, you pour liquid lead over. It's called the joint, and you kind of wipe this, and you keep wiping. It's a whole process. I was taught this a long time ago, so fortunately I'm one of the only ones left that can do this, but we don't do this anymore for the most part. It's a dying skill. It's a dead skill, dead art. Now, for the most part, we just put these seamless cases on. You know, they're easier to put on, and plus you can go in and out of them as often as you want. This one, I mean, these sleeves, once you take them off, you gotta kind of like chip them off, and you either gotta put a new sleeve on, or you replace it with the seamless case. The seamless cases, you know. But yeah, this is for my wife. She's asked. I never really showed her what I did for a living after all these years. You know, these are all fiber tubes. So like the fiber, like files and all that stuff, it's inside these things. These are hollow like this, and this would be a little fiber. See how small they are? As wide as my finger. It could supply TV, internet service, and a computer for like a block, a whole block. You know, so that's the future. This is what I'm doing. It's the past. This is the past. But I enjoyed a good 30-something years of it. I'm gonna get a few more years out of it before I retire. So that's that. Alright, have a good night.